podcast where art and wellness fly. Well, hi and welcome back to the Healthy Metal Hippie. Today we are talking about taking a break, resting, resetting, all those things that maybe we should be doing a little bit more of. I know lately I have just been non-stop. I mean, I usually am anyway, but I feel like it's been even more than usual lately. And it's been pretty brutal because I think I'm teetering on that edge lately of burnout. And it's not a good place to be. Somebody pointed out to me the other day, well, maybe not pointed out to me because I was painfully aware of it. But yeah, I'm a bit of a workaholic. And I think some of it stems from that idea that your value is tied to how much you work. Not true. And basically you're wasting time if you're not working or if you're not doing something, right? And that's also really not true. And so relaxation, it's kind of crucial for everything to function. We need days off. We need downtime. We need time to rest and take care of our bodies and our mental health needs and everything else. Not to mention when you're working nonstop, it's all of that it just kind of all falls apart. It's not a very good place to be. One of the things that's really important to remember is how good it is to take a break. We always have never-ending to-do lists of things that need to get done. You can always add to them, and sometimes we are forced to take a break and defer things, and yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's your body screaming like, red alert, you need to just chill for a minute. I have known for myself that I do push myself to dance on that very, very dangerous line. And it's not a healthy way to be. I think my family just kind of generally does that. And it's not really ideal, to be honest. It can be hard to slow down. I think when you are a bit of a workaholic, when you're neurodivergent, when maybe that's just kind of like you in your zone. I actually love working. I love everything that I do. But I also know that sometimes it's way too much, The biggest problem is not even really the work, but the further you go on this path, I find the less effective that you end up being. Okay. I find for myself, if I don't take some downtime, some rest time to do something that I love or just have a total unwind moment, then I find that productivity actually just kind of declines and declines. And then you're kind of like in this little rut, right? And you're trying to dig yourself out almost constantly. And it's such an awful place to be. And then you have to do a full reset. Okay, well, what can I let go of? How do I kind of get myself back into a good place again? It can end up being a cycle that continues and perpetuates itself. So I'm feeling really excited because I'm taking a break from, some of my usual day-to-day activities. And we've got a fabulous book launch coming up, which I'm going to post the link below, but that'll be in Manchester. And there's a great book launch coming up that I have contributed a chapter to, all about overwhelm. I'm very excited about it. I think we're going to talk a bit about overwhelm next week. I'm really excited about getting out for that. I'm really excited to have some time in my garden because it really needs a little bit of extra love right now. But the other thing, I'm excited to also have a couple dedicated days to really take care and manage some of the projects that I'm working on, some of my bigger projects, and just get a whole bunch of things like back on track again. But in the middle, I'm being really easy on myself. I've been, I'm just telling you this because I know I'm not alone in it. So if it helps you and you've been there, then hopefully this helps you. But oh my gosh, I've been so sleep deprived lately that it's It's unreal. And so in the middle of just getting through my last little week before I take a little mini break, I am so focusing on drawing lines between working times and not working times. I'm making sure that I set time to do some art, some time to take care of myself. When you take that time to unplug and just let yourself exist, then that's the time that you get to reconnect with yourself and your brain does a total decompress. You get to feel creative again. You get back to understanding yourself and understanding the world, because we get so caught up in our, 500 deadlines, our 50th task of the day, and, everything that's laid out for the next week. But when we are not taking the time so that our brain can actually process all of this information, all this to do, at least for me, I kind of go into just, I don't know, almost, I guess, yeah, it's kind of that ADHD kind of paralysis state, but I sometimes get stuck there, right? I guess I always think of that Beatles song, where it says turn off your mind, relax and float downstream. And I think about that in just the way that if we don't kind of have a minute to just completely disconnect, then we don't have the time to think of new thoughts and to have new ideas and, move things forward, because we haven't given ourselves space to do so. It's kind of like if you saw the episode a week or two ago about decluttering, if you don't take that mental space to have a brain declutter at the same time, which comes from resting, you don't have the space for new things to come in, for new opportunities and new friendships and new ideas and new inventions or whatever it might be, right? But you need to have that relaxation time and that rest time to do it. I know one of my favorite things to do is just to get a little notepad or a sketchbook, I guess, and kind of put on some records and just kind of doodle along to how the music makes me feel. Some of this is just dashes, little lines. Some of it's little swirls. Some of it's just little patterns. But these are just it's a way to just kind of let the mind go. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it's been way too long since I've done it. It's also, like I say, it's the place where you can be creative. It's the place where you can relax, get down to you again. We need that. We need that time. It's not only, for our bodies to have that physical downtime, repair time, but it's also mental. It's emotional too. I know it's hard to kind of shut your brain off sometimes and give yourself space. Who was I saying this to the other day? I don't know. I was saying it's like fine wine. You have to let yourself breathe. You have to air it out. It's like airing your brain out, and then the notes of creativity and openness and passion, they all kind of come back. Think about that in your relationship sometimes. If you've got the head that's going 900,000 million miles a minute, it's really hard to connect with somebody. You know what I mean? It's another way to think about it. Having a to-do list is not the end all be all. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I said to her, part of what I have really been setting tight boundaries with myself about is my to-do list used to look like this on a paper. That's a lot, okay? On one piece of paper, it's full. But now I stick to 3 things that I need to do in the day. And you know what? If they're big things, sometimes I have one thing I want to accomplish today. And other little side quests, if you will, they all get accomplished at the same time. But the main task, you get it done. And then you're yes, you feel accomplished. You don't feel oh, I didn't accomplish anything, so now I need to work more. No, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but it doesn't last. It doesn't last for a long time. Today was really kind of exciting. I've got, I did put 5 tasks on my list, but I've actually just got one to cross off. And actually, it's this one that we're doing right now. And one of them was 3 things in one. When we've got those longer lists, it kind of makes you go, where do I start? Where do I start? And I mean, my trick is just, I like to think about it for situations like just cleaning the house. Okay. My little trick is just do something. If you are sitting there feeling paralyzed, it really doesn't matter. Once you get that first thing done, the rest of it goes. But then you think about, what should I do first? What should I do first? And you know what? It really doesn't matter. You can do anything. I find for me, when it's something like that, where it's these things that just need to get done, like a house clean, just picking anything and doing it, then it kind of starts the ball rolling. But that's not really exactly what we're talking about. What we're talking about today. The whole point of today is to talk about rest. And you know what? There are people that I love that love me very much that are always like, Ash, take a break, take some downtime. And I know that they're right. And I know that I am definitely trying to. And I think over the past few years, I have actually really gotten better at it. One thing that I always find interesting, though, is what is rest? If we're thinking, let's just say you get home from work one day and you're ready for some downtime, what does that look like to you? Because there's resting that is restorative and there's resting that doesn't do a thing for you. One of the things is sitting on your phone, doing your scrolling, watching video after video, and hey, I do it too. I do it, a little too often. But that's not the stuff that helps free your mind and open up space in your mind. Doom scrolling is not real relaxation. It doesn't do any healing for your mind. It doesn't actually relax you. It's almost like a comatose state where you're just like scrolling, watching. It's not the best way to relax. A lot of people will do hobbies to relax. Is it art? Is it gardening? Is it making crafts or knitting or things like that? Those are things that actually like support your brain function. They support your mental health. They actually are doing positive things for you when you're relaxing versus just doom scrolling. Now, I'm not against having a good scroll. I'm not against watching, tons of YouTube videos or scrolling Instagram or things like that, or reading whatever it may be, news and articles, whatever. But if that's the only way, then you're not really getting that disconnect moment where you get to have that total mental and emotional reset. And that is where I think that maybe we can shift. Maybe we can do a little bit less of doom scrolling and a little bit more of hobby life or going outside and things like that. Part of my rest and part of my mental health care, it definitely starts with working out in the morning and walking my dog. So that time, especially when I'm outside and walking, that is my grounding and getting set up for the day kind of time. And I cherish it every single day. I walked a lot even before I got my dog, but there's always the reason to go out with the fluffy baby now. And it makes me, honestly, it's like one of the best parts of my days because he's so happy and then I'm so happy and we get to just enjoy this quiet time in nature together. And our bodies need it and our souls need it. So tell me, have you taken a break? Have you taken time to help restore your body, your spirit, your soul, your mind, and help yourself grow into the future and everything that you are working towards? let me know in the comments, and I would love, love, love to hear from you. Or you can always pop me an email too and let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching with us today. We'll talk to you soon. See you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining us on the Healthy Mental Hippie podcast. For more ways to connect, go to www.healthymentalhippie.com.